keep the music playing.
Today's news and weather is brought to you by the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. The Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill features a full restaurant and bar, a huge outdoor concert stage, a giant outdoor TV screen, fire pits, a roof deck, washer pits, cornhole pits, inside and outside seating, and much more. Located at 511 8th Street, Waco, Texas 76706. Check out upcoming shows at backyardwaco.com.
From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez. Marlin ISD says it will reopen schools this morning. The district announced on Facebook last night it has sufficient water pressure and is excited to welcome staff and students back. Classes have been closed since April 30th after water went out across the entire city, including on campus. The district says it will monitor student progress to ensure essential learning is completed by May 30th. Meanwhile, a fiery crash on Interstate 45 near Leona claims 5 lives. This is in Leon County. Authorities say a pickup truck crossed the median and hit another truck head-on. The deadly collision happened just after 3 Saturday afternoon in the northbound lanes. DPS says a Dodge pickup veered off the road, hit a guardrail, and crossed into oncoming traffic, striking a Ford F-150 head-on. Both trucks caught on fire. From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez.
Get ready for a long string of very hot weather, especially for this time of the year. Not only are we expecting to see triple-digit temperatures by the middle of this week, marking one of the earliest triple-digit days in Central Texas history, we could also see the hottest May day in Central Texas history on Wednesday as well. Today, thankfully, some holdover weather from the weekend with temperatures in the 50s this morning, warming into the mid to near upper 80s this afternoon. Tonight will still be pleasant. We're only down, though, to about 60 degrees by daybreak tomorrow morning, and we're in the upper 90s to as warm as 102 on Tuesday. High temperatures could climb as high as 105 or 106 on Wednesday. Exceptionally hot for this time of year. From KWTX, I'm First Alert Meteorologist Sean Bellafury.
Morning, it is Monday. Yep, that's right, Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Man, the weather was beautiful. We got a busy week. We got a busy show this morning. Chris Cady is my guest. Say hi, Chris.
Hey.
No, you're supposed to say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
That's just an old standard joke there. Chris is my guest. We're going to talk about the upcoming, brand new to the area, the Tia Juanita's Fish Camp. Isn't that a great name? I love the name. Chris will tell us all about that, the new restaurant. We got music a little bit later on from just a little while ago. Kevin said, is his last name Rendek? I said, no, it's Rendek. But you could reverse the letters and get Rendek. Ben Rendek is going to be here. We changed his name. He's going to be here to play music in the 9 o'clock hour. Big show. Let's kick it off, though, the way we do every morning here on the Zack Owen Show with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts that we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red that was bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The best is yet to come.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That has got to be the most different, unique, what would you say, of our national anthem? Have you ever seen the Mount Rushmore guys sing that?
Never.
Okay. It's a first right here on the Zack Owen Show. You know, while we're talking about that, if you could add one president to Mount Rushmore, who would you add out of the ones? You're a young guy, though. You haven't been through a whole lot of presidents, but think back. Is there one you would add?
I think first you'd have to know what presidents are on Mount Rushmore, unfortunately. I'm going to go with Abraham Lincoln.
That's a good one. Is he up there? Oh, he's already up
Oh, he's there. Oh, well.
Kevin's give us the answer over here. George Washington. Oh, he's there too.
He's there.
I know Teddy Roosevelt is, and that's unusual. I don't know why Teddy is up there.
He's like the father
Of Rough Riding.
all of the national parks.
Oh, yeah. All of that started under him. Who's the other one? Thomas Jefferson? Yep. Yeah, that's Thomas Jefferson. I don't know who I would pick. I don't know if it'd be Roosevelt or Truman or somebody during the big war. Or... Anyway, let's move on from that. Somebody posted the other day a picture. He said, if there was a country music Mount Rushmore, these are my picks. And I'm looking at it going, what? Two of them, maybe. But the other two, I'm going, no way. What kind of music do you like, Chris?
Country, 95% of the time.
Right.
Love 90s rock also.
Yeah, I do too. I like that too. All right, Chris Cady, tell us about Chris, your whole detailed story right here.
That might take a while. I'll start at Waco. I grew up all over Texas and East Texas, and then I moved to Waco when I was 18, which was 21 years ago. And randomly, I went and got a job at Cheddar's Casual Cafe in 05, I guess, and I was there with them for 7.5 years. Ended up being
long, really?
Yes, sir.
Holy cow! I didn't realize you were there that long.
You know, I ended up being one of the youngest general managers in history. I did the job since I was 20, but they wouldn't promote me until I was 21, and then I was able to have 3 beautiful children during that time. Actually, 2 of them came after I left Cheddar's and moved on to George's. Managed with George's for 14 great years. And then about 6 months ago, I took a leap of faith, and here I am.
Here you are. And I thought it was funny because my friend Mike was here a little bit earlier, and he goes, when are you at the new place? And you go, I'm always at the new place. Isn't that the way it is when you're opening a new business in a new location? You're having to, do work and so forth. You pretty much live there.
Absolutely. And I left one thing out, and then I'll get in trouble for it later, but I actually just recently got married. On February 22nd, I married another restaurant manager. Her name's Brooke. We got married in Costa Rica. We've been married for almost 3 full months.
Woohoo!
So, and
way to go.
doing great.
Round of applause from the studio audience this morning on marriage. There you go. Big crowd this morning. And you got married down around where our friend Joe lives.
Yep.
In Garza.
Yep, Garza. Yep, got to actually stay with Joe during Christmas. Went down there with some amazing friends, and we got to plan the rest of the wedding during Christmas, and then we got married on the beach there on 22nd of February.
That's great. Yeah, I saw some of the pictures, and it just seemed beautiful out there. Did you get a chance to go fishing while you were down there, or was that part of the deal?
Many times, yes.
Okay, good. Honey, sorry, we can't have a honeymoon. I'm going fishing. Oh,
yeah,
she went.
She went. I was going to say, she likes it just as much as I do, so we had a great time.
I love it. So what town were you born in?
I was born in Dallas.
Okay. Dallasite. I was born in Fort Worth, so we have this little feud going, this Fort Worth Dallas feud. Yeah. But anyway, Chris Cady is my guest this morning, and you're saying, well, okay, that's interesting about Chris, and you got brothers and sisters, and
I've got two older brothers. They both live in Waco. One of them owns a roofing company here in Waco, and then
Really?
yes, sir. And then the other one is actually currently in school to be a gunsmith. He got out of the roofing industry, and he's going after his passion and doing something he enjoys.
Oh, gunsmith. You just don't hear a lot about that. I'm sure there's a need because you don't hear a lot of people doing it.
Right.
Wow, that's cool. So how did Waco attract the family? How did you get to Waco?
It's definitely my brother's fault. Very thankful for it. In the roofing world, he actually specializes in sheet metal. So in Waco didn't have a whole lot of sheet metal workers at that time.
Right.
So he started a company doing sheet metal work, and he does a little bit of everything at this point. But he's definitely who drug us here, and I started working for him. That lasted about 8 months. I learned that I was scared of heights. One, terrible job. But two, I loved restaurants. I'd already worked at a restaurant since I was 15, bussing tables and stuff, and I had to get back to that. So,
wow, I will tell you, there's another. I've owned two homes that had metal roofs, and there's nothing better than a metal roof on your home and a light rain coming down. It's just so good, and you save money on your insurance with metal roofs. It's a good thing. So call his brother. What's the name of the company?
It's Premier Metalworks.
All right, Premier Metalworks. All right, we're talking with Chris. Brand new restaurant, brand new concept is going to be coming to Waco. We're going to talk all about that. We'll take a short break. By the way, I want to say thanks to Waco Realtors, the Eastland Group. They're our title sponsor of the show. And also my friends over at Be Kind Coffee, Washington Avenue. Stop by for fresh pastries and homemade bagels there. They're open till about 6 o'clock. Mike's Car Care on Sanger Avenue. And also a big thanks to Jack of All Trades Employment Services. We'll take a short break and be right back.
Are you ready to take your real estate career to the next level? Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, Weichert Realtors, the Eastland Group, is the place for you. At Weichert, we provide cutting-edge technology, personalized coaching and training, proven systems to help you succeed, all in a positive, drama-free atmosphere. Our team is more than just a real estate brokerage. We're a family dedicated to growth, support, and real results. Call us today to schedule a meeting or visit theeastlandgroup.com to learn more.
Are you a business looking for great employees or a Central Texan ready to get to work? Since 1986, Jack of All Trades has connected local companies with the best people in town. With nearly 40 years of recruiting experience, we help you succeed, whether you're hiring or job hunting. One call to Jack of All Trades puts the right people in the right place. Follow the job leader, Jack of All Trades Personnel Services.
Get paid faster with Bill, the easiest way to send, receive, and manage your payments. No more delays, no more hassle. Whether you're a freelancer or a business, Bill makes payments seamless and secure, simple, fast, and reliable. Sign up today at Bill.com. Overwhelmed by your inbox? Clean Email is here to help. Organize, clean, and manage your emails with powerful automation tools. Say goodbye to spam and clutter and enjoy a stress-free inbox. Try Clean Email today at cleanemail.com. That's CLEAN email.com. Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Combine that with OrganicHemp.com's top quality CBD for ultimate balance. Start your healing journey today at GlobalHealing.com and OrganicHemp.com. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your taste. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.
At Open Goal USA, we're revolutionizing training for both soccer and lacrosse with our innovative portable rebounders. Perfect for players of all ages and skill levels, our rebounders improve accuracy, control, and technique in both sports. Built with premium materials for durability and ease of use, they're ideal for training anywhere, anytime. Whether you're perfecting your soccer game or sharpening your lacrosse skills, Open Goal USA has you covered. Visit OpenGoAAALUSA.com and elevate your training today.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com.
Introducing Muck-Off's classic pink bike cleaner, powered by revolutionary nanotechnology that breaks down dirt and grime on a microscopic level while protecting your bike's delicate finish. Developed by our mad developer Alex and tested by riders, our products are made by riders for riders. Discover more at us.muc-off.com, where we break the mold to bring you the best in bike care.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
Hey, we're back live at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill, downtown Waco. It's Monday morning. Hope you had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. I had a chance to go out to dinner. My girlfriend, fiance, wife, I call her, her daughter, who attends TCU, has spent the last 4 months studying in Greece. And so she's back after 4 months. We took her out to dinner. And you know, one thing I learned about her since she came back from over there, she's real slippery. Get it?
Yeah.
Grease. Where's the rim shot over there, Kevin? You missed it, buddy. Anyway. Yeah, she came home, and she was so happy to be back to Waco, and we took her out to eat a couple of her favorite restaurants over the weekend. I had an open house of a show. You know, I'm doing real estate now, and had an open house, and yesterday was one of those days, did a little bit of yard work and then relaxed. I would ask you what you did, but I'm pretty sure I know what you did, and that is work on the new restaurant.
I wish I would have. It's baseball season, so we were at the fields all weekend.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you.
I got some kiddos
that love baseball. What age are they?
So my baseball player is 11, and then he has a twin sister that's 11. She's full-time cheer. And then I also have a 14-year-old freshman at Midway.
That's, you know what that translates into when they love baseball and then eventually start doing that travel stuff and then cheer and all that? Translates into money.
Yes, sir.
I love that look you gave me. Yes, sir, yeah. Well, that's great. And it was Mother's Day weekend, which was a great weekend. Hope you mothers had a great weekend. Beautiful time. Hey, today, though, is Monday, May the 12th. Today is National Fibromyalgia Awareness Day. It's National Nutty Fudge Day. Don't ask me. I don't make these up, okay? National Limerick Day, National Women's Checkup Day. Just get a checkup. I don't know what that's for. And today is International Nurses Day. You know, it's been Nurses Week or month or something like that, but today is officially International Nurses Day, celebrated on Florence Nightingale's birthday. This day honors nurses, their contributions to healthcare worldwide. Established by the International Council of Nurses, it recognizes the dedication and impact of nursing professionals. You got any nurses in your family that you know of?
So, my kid's aunt is a nurse practitioner.
Oh, cool.
I believe it's the only one I can think of.
Well, I mentioned Andrea's daughter goes to TCU. Her middle daughter is a RN here in Waco, a nurse. So hats off. International Nurses Day today. Reminds me of an old nurses joke that Jim used to tell. Unfortunately, I can't tell it on this show. Even though we can say anything we want, I just feel like today would not be a good day to tell a joke. But I'll tell you during the commercial break. Chris Cady is here, and he's here to talk about exciting new things coming to the, originally it was Twin Peaks, correct?
Correct.
And then
Scotty's Brew House.
Scotty's Brew. Now, I never said, and I told you this before we went on the air, I thoroughly enjoyed Twin Peaks. I loved their food. I loved their cocktails. I loved the vibe in that place. Unfortunately, we all know what happened there. Put an end to it. Then Scotty's, I never set foot in. And then it was a Cajun...
Louisiana Crab Shack.
Crab Shack, never went there. It sat empty for a little bit. And what came into your mind? Just tell us the whole process of how you decided to do what you're going to do, and then how did you pick the location?
So, got introduced to this concept 3-4 years ago. Loved it. Loved the owner. Loved what they were doing. They had just visited several very, very successful locations in kind of southeast Texas. That's kind of where it came about. And then the selection process is, to open a larger restaurant in Waco, there's not a ton of choices unless you want to build from the ground up.
Right.
So it had to be somewhere that was already available. There was a couple options, but the building in Central Texas Marketplace is great traffic. Everyone can see it.
Yeah.
We all go to Central Texas Marketplace to shop. We pass by it. Probably most of us pass by it every day.
Sure.
So I think that was the deciding point as far as that location. Got super fortunate on being able to lease it. It actually it just got purchased by someone local, and I was able to lease it.
Oh, nice.
And then been very fortunate in that. Been a huge help.
Now, let me ask you this. If you remember the old Twin Peaks and today, is there a lot of difference on the interior?
There's really not. So the last two places, I think all they did is basically paint it and open the doors. Once our permitting goes through, we're gonna make a few other changes. We're gonna enclose the patio. It'll still be a patio. We'll have sliding glass windows, but we're gonna make it to where we can use it year round and air condition it. And then the inside, if you've ever been to a Tio Juanita's, it's going to be completely different. It's the one thing they do and they take a ton of pride in, or we take a ton of pride in, is just the atmosphere, the decor, the music. The place is going to look really, really cool. And even now, if you drive by, fortunately enough, I don't need a permit to paint, so I've been able to do a lot of painting in my free time, and you're starting to see a lot of the color changes on the outside right now. It's going to be a very hard to miss place.
So give us a little history that you know of about the Tio Juanita's. Did it start down, you said, was it Beaumont area?
Beaumont was the first one, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So the Ricky Martinez, who started it, he restaurant guy his whole life, and he literally got a old Dairy Queen building and sold his house to make this thing happen. The story says he even lived in the storage room for a few months just to get the thing open. And it's Beaumont location's still open, going strong. He's now there's 13 locations.
Wow, I didn't know that. 13.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Wow.
Brooke and I, my wife, were actually able to help open the Athens location, which opened 3 months ago. Which closest location to here, Athens, Texas, small town, but it's just doing absolutely amazing. And then the other closest location is actually Longview. They opened one in Longview at the beginning of last year. The rest of them are kind of in that southeast area.
Right. So tell us about the name. Do you know anything about the history of the name, how they came up with that?
Honestly, I don't. I need to ask.
It's got to be a family member or somebody.
I believe so. But
aunt or grandma or something.
They're going to be here on Wednesday checking out the Waco location.
There you go.
I'll figure it out.
Get all the scoop, and then we'll do a little follow-up deal. All right, we're talking with Chris this morning about the new location, the new restaurant coming to Waco. My friend Nashville Cat is standing by. She's going to tell us what's happening in Nashville with country music. We'll check in with her right after this.
Today's edition of Nashville Cat on the Zack Owen Show Live is brought to you by Be Kind Coffee. Be Kind Coffee's ultimate goal is to promote kindness. 1534 Washington Avenue. Sit down and stay a while. Be Kind Coffee is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. BeKindCoffeeCrew.com.
Zach Bryan just bought a historic 1890s church in Lowell, Massachusetts for $3.4 million. Its famous altar boy was author Jack Kerouac, who wrote On the Road, and Zach's a big fan of it. The church will be the Jack Kerouac Center and host events and more. Morgan Wallen finally broke his silence on why he walked off Saturday Night Live in March. The rumor was he left at the end because he was mad. Morgan says not true. I'd been there all week and was just ready to go home. Finally, Jelly Roll says the hardest part about losing weight was fixing his unhealthy relationship with food. May 20th, Blake Shelton returns to The Voice season finale. I'm Nashville Cat on the Zack Owen Show.
Back live at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill downtown. It's brought to you by Weichert Realtors, the Eastland Group. My musical guest in the 9 o'clock hour is going to be Ben Rendek, not Redneck, but he may change his name just for today's show and sing some music. You know, Chris, we've been doing this show since January. Today is show number 96, and of those 96 days, we've had probably 91 different musicians. And you were telling me that it is written in stone that you're going to do live music at the new place.
We are, yes, sir.
And ideas of nights and times and things like that yet?
So for sure, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, assumably probably we'll adjust as need be, but probably 6 p.m., 7 p.m., depending upon what the demand is, if people can get in the door that early, especially on Thursdays. The possibly 4 nights a week. We're going to see how Waco does with 3 for sure. All of the Tia Juanita's locations do have live music, and they do really well. Just makes a fun atmosphere. Typically, it's a lot of acoustic sets, but every now and then you'll have 3-4 piece. Just keep the energy live. Keep it fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because most of our guys that come in come in solo with a guitar, acoustic guitar. But recently we had Pedro Zamora with his accordion and his band, and they played a guitar and some stuff and sang Tejano music. They sang Johnny Cash, country music. They were great. And then, let's see, I had Johnny Ramos. Was here and played music, but we have a variety of everything. So I'm going to share a lot of names and phone numbers with you.
Awesome.
So when you get, because that makes it so different. So it makes you want to come in and hang out and have a fun time instead of rushing in, eating that food and rushing out. Makes you want to have a party.
Absolutely.
Tell us about the atmosphere. What do you touched on it just a little bit earlier that they have this decorating and so forth. What kind of atmosphere is it? And is it a Mexican restaurant? Is it a seafood? What is it?
So we'll start with the food. So
okay.
It's the best way to explain it is it's Mexa-Cajun seafood. So it's very eclectic. It's some of them are fusion items, but it's definitely Mexican food,
Right.
Cajun food, seafood. So you know, just to give you an example of a fusion item, a boudin quesadilla, or some of the most popular appetizers are the alligator bites or the boudin balls, but also we'll offer chips, jalapeno ranch, salsa, queso. So super eclectic menu. Definitely as far a lot of seafood on the menu, but there's definitely other options. There's a ribeye on the menu. There's one of the best sellers is actually just the fried catfish and their seafood platters and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. So kind of the fried catfish is kind of a staple.
Does very well.
And it's a different, what makes it different?
So I think it's obviously everything is made fresh when you order it, but it's they've taken a lot of Louisiana influence in the seasoning and how it's prepared. Everything is made from scratch. The boudin, the gumbo, my personal favorite is the seafood enchiladas, which are completely different than
those
than I've ever seen. And another great one that you'll never expect is the fajitas are unbelievable. They've got a method that just makes some of the best fajita chicken and beef that I've ever had, and I've never seen this method before, but it works really well. So.
Okay, thanks for bringing samples this morning, Chris.
Don't have a food permit yet.
Well, we look forward to that. Now tell us about the atmosphere. When you walk in, what should you go? So right now, tell everybody so they'll know what to expect.
So fun, upbeat, just relaxed atmosphere, if that makes sense. Meaning there is no dress code. You can come in to have a beer and an appetizer at Sit the Bar, or you can bring your family of 20 in, and we're going to have a spot for you. So atmosphere is very, open to anybody. It works for everybody. And then we're really going to hammer home on getting the 29-degree beer system back up and going. I found a company out of San Antonio that's installed 40 of these systems in Twin Peaks, and so they're going to come in and replace all our lines, get everything exactly the way it used to be. So we're going to hammer home on that cold beer, and so it's going to be a place to just have a beer after work if you need, or a place to bring the whole family.
Full bar?
Full bar, yes, sir.
Are you going to have a margarita, you think?
We're going to have 9 frozen machines.
9?
Yeah, so there'll be obviously margaritas, but that's one of the things they're known for. They have, frozen painkiller. They've got a frozen hurricane. It's just several different frozen drinks that are all just super fun and a drink for everybody.
I love it. All right, we're going to play a little music video. It's all about music here on the show. Monday morning, get you going. We'll play a music video, come back and talk more with Chris Cady. Stick around.
Gathered in the masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Hatred to mankind, poison in their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. Hey. Politicians hide themselves away. They only started the why should they go out to fight? They leave that road to the core. Oh, yeah. Woo. this world starts turning, ashes where the body's burning. War pigs have the power, and God has struck the hour. Judgment, God is calling. On the knees of war pigs crawling. Mercy for their sins. Satan laughed and spread his wings.
That is Ruthie Foster. And I don't know, is the name of the song War Pigs, or is that the name of the band, War Pigs? We'll go with whatever. Might be, right? Yeah. Okay. Over the weekend, beautiful weekend, Mother's Day weekend. Hopefully you had a great time. A lot of proms. A lot of proms took place over the weekend. Did you ever go to prom?
I did make it to prom.
I made it one time to prom, and I went to, we were talking about this. In my day, it was like only seniors. Now everybody goes to prom. You know, it might be a freshman, a sophomore, whatever. Might be a deal. But back in our day, of course, I'm older, just by a couple of years there, Chris. It was just anyway, we're talking about prom. And what else took place? Something else went on this weekend. Something big over the weekend that took up a lot of people's times. But I know that next weekend, are you a golfer at all, Chris?
Love to golf.
Well, I wish I would have got you on earlier and I would have got you in a team. But next Friday and Saturday, or this coming Friday and Saturday, is our 32nd annual Zack and Jim All-American Heroes Golf Tournament out at Cottonwood Creek. We've got about 19 teams in the morning and 19 teams in the afternoon. But there is still time for you to enter a team. And what makes our golf tournament, Chris, different from everybody else is that you get your team of 4 on Saturday. You get to pick your tee time. But we pair you with a 5th player. And that 5th player is your hero. And that could be an active military, retired military. It could be a first responder. You may play with a Waco PD or a fireman or whatever. But they get to play and have their own cart drivers. We give them each a designated driver. We put American flags on all the up at the, what am I trying to think of? The flag sticks on the greens. We do that. And then the really big deal is we have endless margaritas and Bloody Marys during the day on the golf course and great food. But Friday night sets us apart from everybody. We do a Friday night sponsor golfer party. We're going to be out there Friday night at Cottonwood Creek under the pavilion. We have live music. Colin Dexter from Gatesville is going to be our entertainment. La Fiesta feeds everybody. Friends at Specialty Restoration, they have cocktails for everybody. We have a good time, so it sets us apart. So if you're not doing anything this Friday night, come on out and enjoy the party at least.
Awesome.
And how good of a golfer are you, so I know next time?
I love playing golf. I'm not a good golfer.
That sounds exactly like me. I love playing golf, and that's as far as we're going to go with that. And I've got to read off our platinum sponsors. I got to say thanks to our platinum sponsors of this year's golf tournament. Thank you to KWTX, News Channel 10, one of our big sponsors. La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. Hui is one of our sponsors, again, have been for the last 2 or 3 years. Sparta Crane and Construction. My friends at Boley Smart Foundation Repair and Specialty Restoration of Texas. They are our platinum level sponsors. All right, let's go back and talk about Tia Juanita's Fish Camp. There's got, and I know you said they're coming in, but you've got to figure out where the name comes from. It's got to be somebody and how they got Fish Camp and so forth. You're in charge of that, okay?
I'll get you an answer.
What is the opening date? What are you shooting for Tia Juanita's to open?
So the goal is mid to late July. Pretty ambitious at this point, but got to have a goal. We've been able to, fortunately, Brooke and I in our free time have been able to, do a lot of painting and stuff. So we're a little ahead of the game as far as just things that we can do. Got the place clean and organized, and then we've got all of our systems in place. So we're just waiting on the things that we can't control, and if we can get those done quick, we'll get there.
I think it's big that you said that somebody locally has bought the building and you're going to lease from them. I think that's important to deal with somebody local than somebody from California or, New York that owns your building or things like that. Well, that's exciting. We're excited about that. Now, you were telling me there is a website, and I think we got it running across the bottom there, and it is tjfishcamp.com. tjfishcamp.com. Go check that out, and maybe you'll be able to beat Chris to the punch on why they call it Tia Juanita's. They may have an answer there, the history. What's the menu going to look like? Is it a one-pager? Is it a multi-pager? What do you think?
So one-pager, front, back.
Easy, simple, to the point?
The only exception to that rule is during crawfish season, there'll be a separate crawfish menu.
I love crawfish.
And then a separate, just one-pager drink menu.
And is there going to be, other than what'd you say, 7 different margaritas, is there a specialty drink other than the margaritas?
So they have basically the 9 different specialty drinks in those frozen machines. One of them being a margarita, and there's several different, and they rotate some too. But you got the Ricky special, you've got the Hurricane.
Give me a Ricky.
Yeah,
I like that. Give me a Ricky.
There's even one drink that has a purple crush flipped upside down inside of it.
Oh wow!
So,
whew, I like that. That's great. One of the things we were talking about the building and what you have to do, and I'm sure, and you mentioned cleaning. When a restaurant closes down and it sits vacant for a while, that's probably one of the biggest things is cleaning to your standards.
For sure.
The last guy probably didn't clean before he left.
Not at all. He
had other things on his mind. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put into that building so far, and my amazing wife has been nice enough to help me along the way the entire time.
Speaking of helping you, and we were talking about this during the video, are you going to, about how many employees, what's the staffing going to be like, and when are you going to start taking applications?
So looking to hire 150 to 200 employees to start.
Wow.
We'll start taking applications. June 1st is when we'll officially start interviewing. We have applications available. If you stop by, you can grab one. But we'll officially start the interview process June 1st. And then the goal is we'll probably have 120 to 130 full-time employees once everything is kind of planed out.
Yeah. And how many, do you have someone in mind right now as your main kitchen person?
I do, yeah. Already on board.
Already on board. Local person?
Yes, sir.
All right. I like that right there. We're talking with Chris Cady. It's called Tia Juanita's Fish Camp, right?
Yes, sir.
Am I right on that? tjfishcamp.com is the website. We're going to talk more with Chris about that. And Chris did not know until right now that you're going to wrap up your segment with a bad joke of the day. So right in front of you is a list, and you get to pick your bad. Or if you're a professional like some people, you come with your own bad joke. Are you a joke teller?
I'm not a very good joke teller.
Okay, well, he can read off the list. Anyway, we'll take a short break, and we'll come back and wrap it up with Chris Cady right after this.
Dive into adventure with scuba.com, your ultimate destination for top-tier scuba and snorkeling gear. With over 20 years of experience, our expert staff, who've dived everywhere from the Galapagos to the Maldives, provides personalized advice to help you find the perfect gear for any underwater journey. Shop leading brands like GoPro, Aqualung, and Scuba Pro. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, trust scuba.com for the best in diving equipment and expert guidance. Explore now at scuba.com. That's SCUBA.com. Scuba.com. BizChair.com. Your one-stop shop for premium commercial furniture that blends quality with affordability. From ergonomic office chairs to durable restaurant seating, we cater to diverse industries including corporate, medical, hospitality, and education. With over 20 years of experience, we offer fast shipping, exceptional customer support, and furniture solutions that stand up to high-traffic environment. Elevate your space with BizChair's vast selection of stylish, reliable, and cost-effective furniture. Visit us today at bizchair.com to transform your business. At Mitzi, we believe the right light can transform any space. Born from a third-generation lighting family, we craft beautifully designed, premium lighting that's made to be affordable. Inspired by Grandma Mitzi's eclectic style, we're on a mission to make high-quality lighting accessible to all. Whether you're updating your space or adding a unique fixture, Mitzi has the perfect design for you. Beautiful, well-made lighting without the high price tag. Discover your perfect light at Mitzi.com. That's MITZI.com. Mitzi. Founded in 1910, Samsonite is the world leader in durable, high-quality luggage and travel accessories. Made to the highest standards, our products won't let you down. We give you the confidence to get out there and explore. Inspired by the past, devoted to the present, and built to inspire a multi-generational future, Samsonite is here to elevate your journey. Travel with Samsonite and pack confidence every step of the way. Shop now at shop.samsonite.com. The grinder mentality that Randy and Brent Habert built into 44 Pro runs deep within our team. Every member shares a passion for the craft, the game, and most importantly, the player. When you step onto the field with a 44 Pro custom glove, you'll feel the difference. It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro. Golf Partner, the world's largest golf store network, offers more purchasing opportunities than anywhere else. With a dominant market share and a wider selection of quality secondhand golf clubs than our competitors, we make it easy for you to enjoy the game with affordable, top-quality equipment. Join us at golfpartnerusa.com and discover why we're the trusted choice for golf lovers worldwide. That's GOLFPARTNERUSA.com. Golf Partner.
Since 2003, Bluehost has been empowering people to harness their brands online with innovative web hosting solutions. Trusted by over 2 million users, we're the longest-running WordPress.org recommended host. With Bluehost, you get a safer, better web experience, supported by the world's most popular site builder, and backed by our commitment to open-source projects. Visit Bluehost.com today and take your website to the next level.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internex. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. Enjoy seamless, fast storage without compromising security. Visit Internex.com today and take control of your digital life. That's INTERNXT.com today.
Be the best parent to the best S-Pup. For Kitty, we decode more than 100,000 data points, so you know what makes them walk, talk, and act like only they can. We provide the best care and make smart health decisions, now and forever. Plan better, care smarter, love longer. Wisdom Panel, the world's leading pet DNA service.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
Here we are, Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Chris, you've been down here a few times.
Yeah, many times.
Good folks down here. All the guys that do this, Russell and Brian and Chris had a big weekend this last weekend. And I saw Chris roaming around, so maybe we'll get him over a little bit later, talk about what we can expect next weekend. I know it's going to be one night is already sold out, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later. Tia Juanita's Fish Camp. And I understand that your lovely bride, Brooke, just messaged you, and we've come up with the answer.
So where the name came from. So Ricky Martinez's aunt, name was Juanita. And his uncle, who was a World War II veteran, who passed away, she just he remembers that all he remembered from his aunt was she was always cooking fish for the family and the uncle during that time.
Right. There you go. We now have, it's Aunt Juanita. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Brooke. Maybe I should have had you on this morning to give us the real scoop. Brooke, of course, going to be a big part of the business.
Absolutely.
She's going to be kind of out there in the front of house.
Out there in the front of house, she'll be, actually, believe it or not, Brooks, she's a beast in the kitchen. She'll be back there just
really?
as much. Oh yeah,
really.
Yeah, so she was actually with been a restaurant manager for 10 years. She's a huge part of this and is going to be a very valued asset to keeping me in line. So
yeah, if you've been around, you know Brooke from restaurants and just a wonderful family. And big thanks to Chris for coming in, talking about it. Wish you the very best of luck. But before we go, a couple of things. I know here a while back on Facebook, you posted, hey, what kind of beer do you want on tap at the new restaurant? How many taps are you going to have?
24.
Wow. 24. And so far, what have you come up with? What are you going to do?
So obviously we're going to do all the very popular beers. We won't, there's not one we won't have. We're also going to dedicate several taps to local beers. Just Waco's our home. We want to support Waco as much as Waco supports us. And then you
were telling me about Balcones Whiskey has their own beer now.
I was told that the other day. I was very surprised. We're definitely going to try one of those out. We're going to try as many of the locals as we can, and then all the favorites as well.
And you were saying the 29 degree. What's the special number for 29?
So it's the Blizzard beer system, and they're known for 29 degree beer. And it's just a system that keeps the beer so cold in the lines as it gets there that when you pour it, literally a glacier of ice forms at the top of the beer because of how cold that beer is when it hits that frozen glass.
Nice. I like that. All right. Once again, give us the update. When can we expect to open, and give us a location?
So 4671 Jack Colchin Expressway, the old Twin Peaks building. Goal is right now is middle of July is the open date.
Going to have a big party for opening?
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to do live music every day that week. We're going to do, obviously, the weekend before, we'll do some test runs and stuff like that. But it's going to be, the whole week's going to be a party.
Tia Juanita's Fish Camp coming to Waco. Excited. This will be location?
It should be, it will be location 13.
All right, location number 13. We look forward to that. All right, we can't let Chris go until he tells a bad joke of the day.
So this hits home for me. Want to hear a joke about construction?
Yeah?
I'm still working on it.
Still working on it. Chris Cady, Tia Juanita's Fish Camp opening soon. Thank you, buddy, for coming in. I wish you the best.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we're going to play another music video. Then we got Ben. We've changed his name to Rendek coming up. Just switch a couple of letters there, and we'll have him live on stage. So we'll be back at the backyard right after this.
Up on the ridge, I seen a rider passing by. Up on the ridge, I seen a rider passing by. I heard thunder in the distance, I seen the lightning in his eye. Up on the ridge, I got a tangle with my fate. Up on the ridge, I got a tangle in my fate. Details must be dealt with when the hour gets too late. Where the rambling men must leave their sins up on the ridge. Up on the ridge, there's a fire about to burn. Up on the ridge, there's a fire about to burn. When the sun sets on the lowland, only one of us will return. Up on the ridge, there's a highway headed home, where the rambling men must leave their sin. Upon the ridge, upon the ridge, there's a highway headed home, where the rambling men must leave their sin. Upon the ridge.
That is Joe and Joel up on the ridge. We were talking about accordions a while ago, and there you go, the old squeeze box. Back live at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. It is Monday, going to be another beautiful day today. Hope you had a great weekend. This coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, is our 32nd annual Zack and Jim All-American Heroes Golf Tournament. So excited about that. We've sold out the morning and the afternoon, except for about one team. So last-minute push. If you have a team you want to enter, reach out to us, and we'd love for you to participate. All the money we raise goes to the Chris Kyle American Valor Foundation, which goes to help out active, retired military, and first responders. That's coming up this weekend. I'm going to thank some of the gold sponsors here in a minute. But first, the guy, I told him earlier that only a handful of people have been asked to come back and perform on the show. And unfortunately, Ben, the guy that I asked couldn't be here, so I got you.
I appreciate
Where's the
dude.
drum? Kevin is a little slow this morning. He had a slow weekend. No. Ben, has anybody ever called you Redneck instead of Rendek?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They have.
Are you a redneck?
I've been called a redneck more than I've been called Rendek.
I was a redneck before I was a redneck.
I've been a hillbilly all my life.
All right. I know you've been on the show before, but kind of folks that are just now joining up on the Zack Owen show, tell us a little bit about you, Ben.
Well, I'm older than most, and I used to play rock and roll back in the early 60s. I changed to country in the middle 60s, and I've been country ever since then. Been a lot of places, met a lot of people.
Yeah.
And sure had a good time with it. But I had never got out of, I've always been Ben Redneck, and I've always been from Waco, Texas, and always been just a singer. That's it. I ain't nothing else.
That's it, baby. Just be yourself. All right, let's kick it off. What are you going to open with today in music?
Well, we lost Johnny Rodriguez, and I was thinking we'd do some people that came through Waco and stuff back in my younger days. So Johnny Rodriguez passed away, and I remembered he used to come over. I lived over toward West, and he'd come over there and visit a friend of mine, Slim Hand.
Old Slim.
And Johnny had come to the Ross store, and he loved the hamburgers at the Ross store. He'd come in there, and he wouldn't be any fanfare. He'd come in there. He'd have khaki breeches on sometime, but he looked like a field hand. He'd come in there, and I remember most of the time he'd eat 2 hamburgers, and he's a little bitty feller.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, they made them hamburgers pretty thin too. So, but
he loved the hamburgers.
Johnny Rodriguez.
I love it.
Would you look at what came down the road today? Wanted me to be one more mistake she's made. A bridge to burn to get to someone new. Hey, pass me by if you're only passing through. You sure look like the traveling kind to me. Don't stop if this ain't where you wanna be. I don't know what you think you've run into. Hey, pass me by if you're only passing through. Now I'm not gonna be no stepping stone among the other hearts that you walked on. God help me if I fall in love with you. Hey, pass me by if you're only passing through. You sure look like the traveling kind to me. Don't stop if this ain't where you wanna be. God help me if I fall in love with you. Hey, pass me by if you're only passing through. Hey, pass me by if you're only passing through. Ooh.
Hey. Yep.
Thank you.
I love. Old Johnny passed away. Was it Friday evening? I believe is when he passed away. Johnny Rodriguez.
I think it was Friday because I was on my way to another deal. And
Johnny Rodriguez. I remember when I was part of the Hog Creek Ice House group out there. It was Zach and Jim. Hog Creek Ice House out at the newer one. We did what was called the Three Johnnies tour. And we had Johnny Rodriguez, Johnny Lee, and John Conley on stage. And that was a fun night. 3 legends right there.
That would be. That would be a good one.
And I got another story. I remember many years ago, I've been talking a lot about the Zack and Jim golf tournament, which is coming up this weekend. But many years ago, when we were giving the charity money to EOAC, we did the pre-party at one of the old buildings over at the fairgrounds, and we had hired Johnny Rodriguez to come perform that night. And he was running late, and we were kind of stalling, and somebody said, well, he's pulling up. So went out the back door and went around there, and here comes this old Cadillac, or hell, it might have been a Lincoln limousine, rolling up, backs in, that door opens, and smoke just bellows out of that back end of that limo. And here's little skinny Johnny Rodriguez gets out. I'm here.
Yeah. I bet he did.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Love me some Johnny Rodriguez. All right, we got Ben. He's with us again. We love his music, the great classic country. We're going to play some Charlie Pride. We're going to play some Hank Williams and other music for you, so stick around. All brought to you by Waco Realtors, the Eastland Group. Big thanks to Doug and the crew over there, Ken and Charles and everybody, for being a sponsor of the show. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Are you ready to take control of your health? At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. Say goodbye to long waits and office visits. Check your health on your own terms with 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today and free yourself from traditional medicine. That's the number 4uhealth.com. At Fullwell, we bring together the expertise of registered dietitians, MDs, and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Our research-backed bioavailable formulas are crafted with your health in mind, ensuring the highest quality and safety. From preconception to pregnancy and beyond, we exceed industry standards with independent testing for harmful contaminants. With our comprehensive practitioner directory, personalized care is always within reach. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com. Experience the perfect blend of exquisite craftsmanship and life-changing technology with Gevi. Every product is built with precision, featuring specialized parts that ensure durability, efficiency, and safety. We put every machine through 6,000 rigorous tests to guarantee long-lasting performance. With cutting-edge technology and a commitment to energy efficiency, Gevi makes your life easier, greener, and more convenient. Upgrade your everyday with Gevi. Visit us at gevi.com to discover more. That's gevi.com.
With San, owning iconic furniture no longer requires paying a premium. We use the finest materials like Italian top-grain leather, known for its durability and luxurious feel, and apply meticulous attention to detail in every piece we create. Our replicas are crafted with the same care and precision as the originals, but a price that makes them accessible. With over 15,000 satisfied customers worldwide, we've proven that high-quality furniture doesn't have to come with a high price tag. Explore our collection today at san.com.
At Covers & All, we've revolutionized protective solutions with cutting-edge, customizable covers, tarps, and curtains. Using advanced tech fabrics that are 100% waterproof, UV tear, and abrasion resistant, we ensure lasting durability with hand-sewn double-stitch seams. Our commitment to quality, precision engineering, and customizable options is unmatched. With vertically integrated operations and express shipping, we deliver premier protection at affordable prices. Visit coversandall.com today for the perfect fit, guaranteed to last.
Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com.
If I've learned anything in the last year, it's that to show up as my best, I need to make intentional choices. And that goes back to the absolute basics. Number one, it's I have to move. And number two, to stay hydrated.
I have been using molecular hydrogen from Water and Wellness to support my health and well-being. It helps with energy, recovery, liver health, and more. The hydrogen has been a game-changing addition to my own wellness routine. The tablets dissolve into my water and deliver powerful minerals to help my body feel its best all day long.
It all began with a simple idea, cutting handles off old ski sticks to create better pull-up bars. This sparked the creation of the revolutionary Angles 90 handles. After testing over 70 prototypes with 300 athletes, our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Angles90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Have you ever wondered why so many pet parents are choosing to have virtual vet appointments? Online veterinary care is making it easier than ever to get expert advice for your pet. Our professionals are not only experts in managing urgent concerns, but also in providing top-notch preventative health care. We're proud to connect pet owners to a vast network of licensed veterinary professionals, ready to address any immediate concerns and expand access to pet care. Book your first appointment today.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
And we're back live over here at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. They had a great weekend. We're going to get Chris over here to talk a little bit about what's coming up this weekend at the Backyard. I got Ben, the Rendek here. What where does Rendek, what is that come from? What?
Hey, I got papers on me, man. I'm a full-blooded redneck bohemian. I can't be a Czech. Czechs have money.
Yeah.
I'm bohemian.
Yeah. So you're 100%, huh?
100%. All my ancestors come from the mother country.
The Bohemian mother country.
That's
you know,
right.
That's what it ought to be. Ben, the redneck Rendek, and the Bohemian mother country band.
If I ever got me a band, I'd do that. I'd do that.
Oh my gosh! All right, Ben, let's do another song. Which one you picked out for us?
Well, I'll tell you what. Used to be a fella come to Waco a lot. His daddy was real popular though. He come to Waco a lot, but I was in Austin one night at the Old Armadillo.
Yeah.
And it was after 12 o'clock. These two guys with a big black cowboy hat come up to the bar and they talked to the bartender. The bartender went and talked to the band. The band took a break. They went up there on the stage, and before 6 o'clock that next morning, I knew that song. Well, Hank, let's talk about your daddy. Tell me how your mama loved that man. Just break out a bottle house, tell you about the drifting cowboy band. We won't talk about the habits, just the music and the man. Well, Hank, you just gotta tell me, did your daddy really write all them songs? Did it? That don't deserve no answer, hoss. Let's slide up and just move along. You think he wrote them about your mama or about the man that done her wrong? That's enough of that. Back then they called him crazy. Nowadays they call him a saint. But the ones that called him crazy still riding on his name. Well, if he was here right now, Bocephus, would you think that we were right? You think he might? Don't you know he would, Waltasha, be right here by our side? We left for show in Provo, be the first one on the bus, ready to ride. That's wanting to go, hoss. Wherever he is, I hope he's happy, and I hope he's doing well. He is, 'cause he's got one arm around my mama now. Sure did love me softly and raising hell. I won't ask you no more questions, to the stories only Hank can tell. Back then they called him crazy, nowadays they're calling him a saint. Most folks don't know that they fired him from the Opry. That caused his greatest pain. I want to tell you about Love Sick, how Miss Autry loved that man. You know, I always love to listen to the stories about the drifting cowboy band and the man. When you get right down to it, still the most wanted outlaw in the land. There's Hank Williams Jr. and Waylon Jennings walked up there and played that and had a bottle set between them.
Wow.
And I thought, man, that's the neatest thing I ever saw.
Wow. That's a great memory right there.
That was a good tribute to Hank.
Lord. Hank Williams Jr. and Waylon Jennings. Two legends.
They were there.
Especially in Hank Williams Jr.'s mind.
Hey, but you know, he's really a nice, he was here in Waco quite a bit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And when you get him off stage, he's really a
nice guy. Yeah, I had a chance to meet him. He played down at Bell County Expo Center here a few years ago for their big anniversary. And I was so impressed because a lot of people here that were around when he was kind of like George Jones for a while. No show, or he'd be so drunk he couldn't sing, and he got a bad reputation.
Well, he got in that little nose candy.
Yeah. But this last time at Bell County, I want to tell you one of the best shows I've ever seen. He did, with the band, all these big hits. Then the band walked off, and he sat there on a stool and told stories and sang some of the really old stuff.
Yep.
And just a great show.
And he can play any instrument there is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's good. But, you know, I was real, and I was thinking about that this weekend. I hadn't been to a concert in forever. I saw all the people that I got to see before they ever were anybody.
Yeah.
And all they were doing was driving down the road and making this honky-tonk and that honky-tonk. And when you saw them, they'd be on stage, and then when they took a break, they'd go to the bar and get a beer just like everybody else.
Hang out with everybody.
And they were fantastic people.
Yeah.
But when they got to be big, they got untouchable.
Yeah.
And I got to see a bunch of them when they wasn't.
Yeah.
And I sure do appreciate that.
Yeah, you're right. Well, talking about classic country, I got some country music things that happened on this date in history, Ben. Back in 1975, Mickey Gilley, Window Up Above. Great song. That was #1 on the country music charts. 1989, Clint Black, debut album called Killing Time, jumped up to the top. 1991, Travis Tritt released his album, It's All About to Change. 2009, Brad Paisley, American Saturday Night was released. 2022, Cody Johnson, one-time prison guard, Texas guy. Cody Johnson's song, Till You Can't, reached #1 on the country charts. And Lainey Wilson in 23 released her single, Grease, which gained a lot of attention and kind of catapulted her up the next 2 or 3 songs to go to #1. But anyway, a few things that happened on this date in country music. We'll take a short break, and we'll come back and get more music. Ben the Redneck Rendek is here at the backyard. We'll be right back.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress. It's like a wearable hug for your nervous system that helps you calm down and feel better. The Apollo wearable will send gentle vibrations to your body, like a song you can feel instead of hear. You feel better, you sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
When you learn a language with Babbel, you start a journey that takes you further and further. Anytime and anywhere you wish. It's easy and fun. broadens your horizons, and keeps your brain fit. A journey into new thoughts, new cultures, new adventures. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey with Babbel now. Go to babbel.com or download the app.
BadCreditLoans.com is a pioneering service provider that has carved a reputation in the financial industry for its dedication to helping individuals with bad credit secure loans. By making timely repayments, borrowers can gradually repair their credit history, thereby increasing their chances of securing better loan terms in the future. BadCreditLoans.com serves as a beacon of hope for those with bad credit. Simple, fast, and reliable loan application process. And its commitment to responsible borrowing makes it a trusted partner in the journey towards financial stability.
Did you know nearly all stock price changes of 10% or more result from a single news headline? These news catalysts create trading opportunities every day. All you need is a little help to reach out and take them. It doesn't matter if your investment budget is small or big. All you need is Benzinga Pro and its powerful news alerts, price tracking, and portfolio monitoring. Subscribe now, and we'll skyrocket your portfolio today.
OsleyMD.com.
I've always had thin hair my whole life. It breaks off at a certain length. In the last 6 months, I've noticed it just really bad. I mean, you could totally see it. I wear a hat a lot. I tried several different products. My experience with the Bosley MD hair regrowth kit was amazing. It was easy to use. It let me take off my hat. I could go in public and have my picture taken and feel normal again.
OsleyMD.com.
I don't know, if Bubble wasn't here, I don't know what people would be doing, like making PowerPoints or something. Bubble allows you to make it real and for it to actually work. So I feel like Bubble bridges that gap and being able to give people the opportunity to make their ideas come to life really quickly too. I love that I can sit down and build something the way that I think it should be built and have the control over it.
Bubble turns ideas into fully scalable apps. Try Bubble today.
Hi, I'm Jo from Face Theory. You're going to want to have a specific goal for your skincare routine. What do you want to achieve? Active ingredients are really strong, and if you're using too many at once, your skin can get overwhelmed. Don't overspend on products. Choose products that have scientific research behind them. At Face Theory, if you're not happy with a product, just say so, just give us a shout and we'll give you your money back, no problem.
I know you're gonna love this Kodak Dot Plus printer. You guys just connect it to your smartphone and then you're gonna use the Kodak Photo Print app. It's going to print you a 4x6 photo. I am just in awe. I love how these turned out. Also, the printer comes with a free cartridge of 10 photo sheets. I can assure you, you are going to love this printer as much as my family has. You guys have to check it out for yourself.
Hi, my name's Erica and today I'm going to be taking you through my skincare routine using the Tasmanian Spring Water range from Sand & Sky. This range is really good for dry and dehydrated skin like myself. It's packed with 2 types of hyaluronic acid and fermented sea kelp to reduce redness and irritation, which I experience daily. So that's it. It's so quick and so easy, and my skin feels so dewy and so hydrated.
Here it is, Monday. Going to be another beautiful day. Probably about 83 and sunshine today. Whew. Somebody told me, it might have been Andrea told me that she saw later in the week, maybe back, are going to get up into the hundreds. Yeah. Holy cow, it's not even summertime yet. Whew. Whew. I love it. Wednesday, 105. We just want a beautiful Friday night and Saturday for the golf tournament. Speaking of the golf tournament, I wanted to mention a couple of our gold, actually all of our gold level sponsors. I mentioned the platinum a little bit earlier. Our gold level, we couldn't do it without them. McAdams and Sons Roofing. Thank you so much. Our friends over at Shooter FM. Crowman and Nikki and everybody over there. Thank you to Shooter. Michelob Ultra, who, by the way, gave away their team. And Tiffany Sawyer from, I think, up around West was the winner. of our free team, compliments of Michelob Ultra. Alan Samuels, Dodge Chrysler, Jeep Ram, Ted Teague, and everybody over there, thank you. Griff's, Randy Griff of China Spring, First Heroes National Bank, Syntex Roof Systems, Texans Helping Others. This is a great local charitable organization that helps out other people with needs. Pookie, Sandy, a bunch of them are involved with that. Thank you for being a sponsor once again. Our friends over at Dr. Pepper, back again. Highland Dairy. I see their Highland Dairy trucks all over. First timers to jump on board as a sponsor. Thank you to Highland Dairy. Buy their milk. My friends over at Waco Realtors, where I work. Once I leave here, that's where I go. Doug and the crew for being a sponsor again for the golf tournament. And another new sponsor, Max Living and Guardian Payment Services. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you being a sponsor of the tournament coming up this weekend. Still time to get one or two teams in. Big party Friday night, food, music, open bar, golf on Saturday. If you'd like to put a team in there, reach out to us and we'll get all. Or call over to Cottonwood Creek, and Kenny, who's on our board, can get you hooked up. That's coming up this weekend, the big golf tournament, 32nd annual. Ben, you ever attempted golf? You ever play it?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
And how'd that go?
Well, I ran the battery down in that little cart chasing squirrels, and it ended up stopping on that little short grass.
Yeah.
And I sold insurance at that time, and a whole bunch was there. It ain't at the end, all of them was there.
Yeah.
And I run out of battery. So I went back up there and told that guy, and they went down and got it, and then he seen it was on that short grass. So they finished, and I went and sat in the bar. This was over there, toward Bell Mead somewhere.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, how much are golf lessons? And he said, best thing you can do is stay in the bar. He said, you don't need to play golf. And I never did play golf no more.
I used to know a guy, I believe he's passed on now, super nice guy, and I won't give his name, but back in the old days of the old Western Oaks that used to be out in Woodway, I knew this guy, and he was a member of the golf course. I never saw him play golf. Every time I went out there, he was sitting at the bar. That probably could have been your twin brother. I don't know.
Well, I'd be a member if they'd let me fish in them ponds. They don't. Did you know they don't let you fish in those ponds?
Yeah.
And you can look down in it, and they got fish in there.
Oh, huge fish out there.
Huh?
Yep. All right. Ben, the redneck, we call him now. Rendek is the real last name. The true bohemian is here with us.
100%.
We've done a little Hank Jr. We've done some Johnny Rodriguez. What do we got next?
Well, I didn't have it planned, but you said you liked David Allen Cohen. He used to come to Waco quite a bit.
Yep.
He was a different kind of feller.
A very, very different kind of fellow. That's a good way to put it.
You like this song, and we're going to do it.
I love this song.
Well, I summoned from Montgomery, had my guitar on my back, when a stranger pulled up beside me in an antique Cadillac, dressed like 1950, half drunk and Halloween. It's a long walk to Nashville, would you like to ride? I sat down in the front seat, turned on the radio, them sad old songs coming out of them speakers, solid country gold. I noticed a stranger was ghost white pale. He asked me for a light. There was something strange about this ride. Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you own the blues? Bend them guitar strings. Son, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? If you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. Then he cried just south of Nashville, turned that car around, said, this is where you get off, boy. I'm going back to Alabama. As I stepped out of that Cadillac, I said, Mr. Many thanks. He said, you don't have to call me Mr. The whole world calls me Hank. Mister, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Bend them guitar strings. Son, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? If you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. If you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. Thank you.
David Allen Coe, The Ride.
He was one of the best singers there ever was.
You know, The Ride was kind of different, you know, than what he had been putting out. It was so different.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody knows he always, it seemed like his songs were the party kind of song, you know, a party song. And then he came out with The Ride, and it was kind of different. It was kind of cool.
All except for Pledging My Love.
Yep. Yep.
That was one of the best songs. Johnny Ace died way before his time. He lived way before his time. And Pledging My Love is still one of my favorite songs.
I tell you a song that you don't hear much, totally different. Talking about party guys with Johnny Paycheck, but didn't he have a song that was something about a violin? Old violin. You got that one in you?
You want to hear it?
Well, let's do it. Old Johnny Paycheck song.
I don't have my capo with me, but. I can't recall one time in my life I felt as lonely as I do tonight. Feel like I could lay down, get up no more. It's the damnedest feeling I ever felt before. Tonight I feel like an old violin, soon to be put away, never played again. Don't ask me why I feel like this, Lord, I can't say. I only wish this feeling would just go away. I guess it's 'cause the truth is the hardest thing I've ever faced. You can't change the truth in the slightest way. I tried. Then I asked myself, I said, hey, John, where do you go from here? And like a fool, I turned around, looked into the mirror. There I was seeing that old violin, soon to be put away and never played again. And just like that, it hit me. That old violin and me were just alike. We'd give our all for music, and soon we'd give our life.
All right.
It sound a little better.
I'm scared to throw out another song. You're going to go, I know that one. How many songs? I think we talked about this last time you were on the show. If you were to put a number to it, how many songs you got up there in your head?
The last time I wrote them down, I tried to write them in a book.
Yeah.
And I had a little over 3,000.
How many?
A little over 3,000, but I don't have the songs wrote down, and I don't know the name of all the songs.
Right.
So I just write the first line to it.
And that remembers,
And
makes you.
When somebody comes up and I'm playing, they say, "Can you play so-and-so?" I said, "Do you know the first line to it?" And if they know the first line to it, I'll do it, you know.
Have you ever, in your time singing, used a teleprompter in front of you with the words?
I can't. And I can't use it. I can't use a set sheet.
Yeah.
Where they write
A
it
monitor
out.
or a.
I can't do
Yeah.
it. Number one, my eyes is bad and I can't read it. And number two, if I'm singing one song, I get to thinking of another one. And then I had a band one time, and I just took that piece of paper and kicked it off.
Yeah.
And when I play with them, they just. Jerry Brunson, this last Saturday I played with Southern Junction. They helped me out with a place. And Jerry told Steve Durham and them, he said, "Just hang on." He said, "It's going to be all right." But we had a bunch written down, but it didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
We played a bull riding.
Yeah.
It's pretty good at benefit out there.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Great stories, Ben. You've been through it, hadn't you? Through the washer and back.
Well, yeah, but not so as you'd notice. You know.
That's right.
Not so as you'd notice.
Hey,
I'm 76. I still got my hair.
You got your hair,
and I'm doing pretty good.
I think you're doing fantastic, my friend. And I really, really appreciate you being here. I really do.
Hey, I appreciate y'all having me. I enjoy this.
Well, you're always welcome back. You know, it's time of the morning for us to do some birthdays. So I'm going to throw some birthdays, see if you remember any of these people. Most of them are no longer with us. Today is International Nurses Day. You know any nurses, Ben?
Not that I'll admit to.
Well, today, the reason they call it International Nurses Day is because all the way back in 1820, Florence Nightingale was born on this date.
I knew her.
That's why you dated her, didn't you?
I did.
I thought you did. Here, nurse. Come here, nurse. Let's see. Who else we got? Oh, Katharine Hepburn, true legend actress, born on this date in 1907. Who else? Oh, Yogi Berra, one of the great baseball guys, player, manager, was born on this date in 1925. Hall of Famer, by the way. Looking through, Emilio Estevez was born on this date in 62. Stephen Baldwin, one of the Baldwin brothers, born in 66. Tony Hawk, the skateboarder, and I think now he hawks vitamins, doesn't he, on TV or something, was born in 1968. And that's about it. Local birthdays, got some. We got to mention, say happy birthday to these fine folks here. Happy birthday goes out to Cherith Wells, Jake Pearson, Paula O'Hara, Kelsey Whitlatch, J.R. Willingham, Terry Herringer, Lori Job, Patty Sadler, Chelsea Goodwin, Egan Barthels having a birthday. Have a great day. Happy birthday to everybody. Not only make it a great birthday, but make it a great birthday week. Enjoy that. Tell you what, we've got another break to do right here. We'll come back in just a few minutes, and we've got sports. We'll talk with the guys from over at the Pete Sousa Show coming up. Stick around.
So all you have to do is tap your Popple to the back of someone's phone, like that, and they instantly get your social media and contact info right on their screen. They don't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. With our feature called Popple Direct, you can pop one of your links directly. I turn Direct on for Instagram. Now when I pop someone's phone, it opens directly to my Instagram. So get your Popple today and start impressing everyone you meet. Make it pop.
Welcome to Market XLS, your all-in-one Excel solution for investors. Designed as an enterprise-grade platform, Market XLS caters to investment managers, registered investment advisors, asset managers, financial analysts, option traders, and individual investors alike. We kickstart your journey with AI and an automatic spreadsheet. Market XLS is your gateway to intelligent, secure, and efficient investment management and research. Book your free demo.
Welcome to Kitbag, the ultimate destination for football fans. Whether you're cheering for Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, or any other top club, we've got your team's colors running through our veins. From official replica kits to custom player prints of your favorite stars like Ronaldo, Messi, and Kane, Kitbag is your one-stop shop for all things football. Powered by Fanatics, we deliver to over 180 countries, ensuring you get the gear you need fast. For true football passion, think Kitbag. Visit kitbag.com today. That's kitbag.com. Kitbag. For 75 years, Nalgene Outdoor has been your trusted companion, fueling adventures and helping protect the planet. We're committed to reducing waste, improving access to clean water, and providing simple, safe, and sustainable products for you and your family. No gimmicks, just durable, well-designed bottles built to last. Join us on our mission to amplify life, not complicate it. Because at Nalgene, what goes into our bottles matters as much as the adventures they fuel. Explore more at nalgene.com. That's NALGENE.com. Looking for tickets to the hottest shows, games, and events? Ticket Liquidator is your one-stop shop for great prices, no hassles, and guaranteed tickets. Since 2003, we've been connecting buyers and sellers, providing access to sold-out events at prices lower than most secondary market options. Whether it's sports, theater, or concerts, our massive nationwide network ensures you get the tickets you want, guaranteed. For the best seats at the biggest events, start with Ticket Liquidator today at ticketliquidator.com. That's TICKETLIQUIDATOR.com. Ticket Liquidator.
I'm Hunter, the founder of Hello Cake, and today we're digging into ED meds. The #1 thing we hear is that guys are sick of waiting for ED meds to kick in. Traditional ED meds take about an hour to kick in as they have to go through your digestive system, where Hello Cake's ED medication dissolves under your tongue and works in about 15 minutes. That's about 3 times faster than traditional ED medication. Curious about ED meds? Go to hellocake.com.
Tervis is all about staying hydrated with style and durability. You can trust Tervis tumblers to keep your drinks the perfect temperature, hot or cold, for hours. From the classic insulated tumblers to sleek stainless steel water bottles, each product is built to last and comes in endless designs to match your personality. Stay refreshed and express yourself with Tervis. Visit tervis.com today and find your perfect tumbler.
Since our founding, we've been revolutionizing hair removal with cutting-edge technology and a commitment to empowerment. The U-Like Air 3, launched in 2023, ushers in a new era of sapphire ice cooling technology, offering nearly painless hair reduction in just 3 weeks. Experience the future of hair removal today at ulike.com, because at U-Like, beauty is about looking and feeling good. That's ulike.com. U-Like. With Ease US, make studio-quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects, featuring 468 natural AI voices. Customize the volume, mood, and pauses to perfectly match your content. Plus, capture high-quality videos with no watermark. Record your screen, webcam, and voice, and save them instantly to your computer. Never been easier to create professional-grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease US.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
Back live at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. Bill, I call him Bill, Wild Bill Rendek Ben over. I don't know. He's on our stage. Ben, and I got a question for you, Ben, before we do sports. My friend Pam Brazil.
Yep.
She wants me to ask you, have you ever been married or dated a girl named Charlotte?
Tell her, yeah, I lived right down the street from her.
She's watching right now, so you tell her.
Pam, you got to remember me, sugar. We lived right down the street from you, right there, and we lived on the opposite side of the street of Charlotte's mom and daddy on Park Street. And yeah, I was married to Charlotte.
There you go. You heard it straight. Pam listens and watches every morning.
She's a sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart. She's a great woman.
And
Pam
a good
Brazil.
dancer, too. I remember that.
That's good.
Yep. We was at the Western Club. And I got to dance with her.
You mean you dance with her, but she's down to here. You know, she's short.
But my wife was like that. She's a little short
Little
lady.
shorty?
And my sweetheart now is like that. She's a
Really?
short lady, too. Yeah.
All
They're all
right.
short ladies.
All right, time to check in with Scotty with the Pete Sousa Show over here. Scotty, what's up, buddy? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good, Zach. I have a story similar to this I want to tell you about.
Okay.
You know, hey, have you dated so-and-so? One time I was in Northeast Texas, and I was at a coffee shop, and I was reading a biography of Johnny Cash. And this random guy walks in and says, I'm pretty sure my aunt dated Johnny Cash. And I said, look. And I opened the first chapter of the book, and I said, her name is in this book.
The book?
His aunt's name was in like the first two chapters of the book as one of Johnny Cash's high school sweethearts.
Oh, my gosh.
And he didn't know this. Yeah, he didn't know it was in a biography, so he took a photo, and he was like, I'm going to go order that. That's crazy. So, small world, man.
Do you remember the name of the place you were in, the restaurant?
I don't. It was a coffee shop.
Yeah, probably called the Coffee Shop.
Probably.
Yeah. That's a great story. I mean, it's a small world, right?
It is, exactly.
I always like to tell the story about the being over in Iraq, and we were doing our show, and we were putting different people on the air, and in walks these 3 young soldiers, very young, and I didn't recognize them. They were very, very young, and they walk up, and they go, we've listened. Now, you got to remember, this is in Iraq.
Yeah.
And these 3 kids walk up, and they go, we want you and Jim to know we've listened to you since we were little bitty kids. They were from the Waco area, went to elementary school together, middle school, high school, joined the Army, and they were together.
Wow.
And came over there and said, we want to come be on your show. So
Isn't that
it's a
special?
small world, right?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Indeed.
big stuff over the weekend in sports. What are you talking about today?
Whoa, we've got all sorts of stories to hit. We're going to talk NBA draft lotteries tonight. The NFL announced. Did you see this? The opening game of the NFL season on Thursday Night Football will be Eagles-Cowboys.
Oh, my gosh.
So we'll discuss that. We'll have Cam Stewart on, our friend who is a Boston sports fan, to talk Celtics-Knicks tonight. We'll talk about the Pacers up 3-1 over the Cavaliers. There it is. And a couple feel-good stories, Zach. We'll talk a little bit about our new Pope, the Chicago man, Pope Leo the 14th. And then also, I don't know if you saw this story on Facebook. Did you see the Travis Hunter story on Facebook?
No.
Dude, long story short, this lady created this Facebook post, and she sat on a flight next to Travis Hunter and had no idea who he was. And she said he helped him with her luggage, load up the bags up top. He helped her get seated and was just very cordial and kind. And she said everyone kept walking up asking for pictures and autographs. And she was like, "Are you some kind of athlete?" And he just said, "Yes, ma'am, my name's Travis. It's very nice to meet you." And she said she's going to buy his jersey and start watching football because he was the most wonderful human being. Humble as can be, kind, gentleman, really cool. So we might discuss that today as well.
You hear so many bad stories of things that are happening with athletes and so forth. So that's a great story, right?
Exactly. We need to celebrate these moments, just like we talk about all the dramatic moments. Let's celebrate the kids doing it right.
I love it. All right. Have a great day. Have a great show, and we'll talk again tomorrow.
All righty, Zach. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Scotty from over at the Pete Sousa Show comes on right after our show. Ben Rendek, or as my friend over here that runs the what would you call the sound effects bar? Give us a sound effect, something. We're blowing it up over here, which reminds me of the TikTok of the newscaster. Have y'all seen that? The newscaster, the lady, and they purposely gave her the story, and she said, yeah, today at a local Home Depot. Have you heard this one? At a local Home Depot, bomb squad was called, police, everybody they evacuated. because some guy walked into the men's restroom and told another guy, I'm about to blow this place up, meaning he was going to go take a big poop. And the guy took it the wrong way, called the bomb squad, and it went downhill from there.
It was probably my son that did that.
That was. I'm just going to tell you, that story just went down the drain. Okay, Ben, what do you got for us this time? How about a Charlie Pride?
Some Charlie Pride.
I'm going to throw that. I'm going to just keep throwing stuff at you, and you got to respond.
Charlie Pride, when he first started out, he played around Fort Worth a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And Charlie had 3 albums out before they ever put his picture on one.
That's right. I know the story you're going to tell me. I've heard this story.
And, I got to open for him at P&L Casino one day. His wife was a little sweetheart. But I sang this song to him in 2015. I went to his tour kickoff, and I sang this song to him. Whenever I chance to meet old friends on the street, they wonder how does a man get to feel this way. I've always got a smiling face, anytime and any place. Every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, you've got to kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil when you get back home. Some people may try to guess secret of happiness. Some of them never learn it's a simple thing. Secret I'm speaking of is a woman and a man in love. And the answer is in this song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil when you get back home. Kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil till your wife gets home.
I remember as a young, I honestly don't remember the year that was popular, but also anybody going to San Antone was very popular by Charlie. But me and my best friend at the time, who has passed away now, named George Vaughn, we would meet up at a donut shop and roll newspapers. He had a paper route, and I'd help him on the weekend. And we'd listen to that on the jukebox. We love those old Charlie Pride songs. One of the true greats, and a true loved the Dallas Cowboys. He was a big fan. Yep. Now, I know that story you were about to tell, and I'd heard this story that he was playing, I think, Panther Hall, when they used to have that up there in Fort Worth, the old Panther Hall.
He did that.
And you said his picture was not there. And there was an argument between 2 white ladies. And the one told the other one, well, you know he's a black man. And she goes, oh, there's no way. He's not a black man, because they'd never seen him.
My daddy always told, Daddy loved Charlie Pride. And Daddy he's a little redneck, and he didn't believe it. And he had his albums.
Yeah.
But Charlie told me, he said he had 3 albums. They didn't put his picture on it. And finally they put his picture on one, and they put him in a beer joint, like if he was in a beer joint.
Yeah.
Or honky tonk. And it was real dark. And
Yeah.
he was sitting in the corner. And Charlie always laughed. You see this? You see this? He was the most unassumable person that you could ever meet. He never met a stranger.
Yeah.
And he never gloated about anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's just a good person.
Yeah.
Never knew he had
RCA
any money.
Records. One of the greats. Charlie Pride. All right, Ben, before we head out of here, I want to say thanks to my friends at Waco Realtors, the Eastland Group, folks over at Be Kind Coffee with great pastries and homemade bagels. They're on Washington Avenue, downtown Waco. My friends over at Mike's Car Care Center. By the way, if you want a tune-up, oil change, whatever it might be, maybe redo the old transmission, they can do it. You can count on my friends at Mike's Car Care Center, located on Sanger Avenue. Call them up. You can trust with great prices, Mike and the crew at Mike's Car Care Center in Waco. Also, Jack of All Trades Employment Services. If you need a JOB, call JOAT, Jack of All Trades. Tomorrow morning, we got another great musician. This young lady, Ben, was supposed to be on several months ago, but got sick and had to cancel. So we've got her back on, Jonna May. And
She's
Jonna,
good.
I've heard that. And I think her dad's going to come play guitar for her.
He's good.
Jonna's going to be on tomorrow morning, so another big show here at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. Have a great Monday. Get out and do something. Enjoy your day out in the sunshine. Hey, I miss you, Jim. Ben, take us out with another song here, buddy.
Mornings come, and Lord, my mind is aching. Yes, it is. Sunshine standing quietly at my door. Just like the dawn, my heart is silently aching. With my tears, it goes tumbling to the floor. Once again, the whole town will be talking. Yes, they will. And Lord, I've seen the pity in their eyes. They can never understand just how, Lord, it's not a man. And no matter what we say, we know she tried. Baby's packed her soft things. She's left me, she's left me, she's left me. And I know she didn't mean to make me cry. It's not her heart, Lord, it's her mind. She didn't mean to be unkind. Why, she even woke me up to say goodbye. It's not her heart, Lord, it's her mind. She didn't mean to be unkind. She even woke me up to say goodbye. Goodbye, baby.
Keep the music playing.